Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast on this Friday. It's going to be a very busy day today, so stick with me as we have a lot to talk about. Yesterday was a really nice day, upper 70s and low 80s. Hopefully you're able to get outside and enjoy it because temperatures will be a little bit cooler today, but still very mild in the mid 70s. This will likely occur around 2 o'clock with a cooling trend for the rest of the afternoon, where most spots will be in the mid 60s by 5. Still not bad for this time of year, but cooler than these temperatures indicate. And we'll have a slight chance for storms in the afternoon as well that we're keeping an eye on as well. So here we go. It's going to be a very windy day today. From noon to 7, we have a wind advisory in the lighter brown and a high wind warning in the darker brown. And that means that gusts could range anywhere between 45 and 60 miles per hour today. So hold on to your hats, and these winds will be with us whether there's storms or not today, because it is just going to be a very windy day with the low pressure system developing across the central plains. Still not terrible at 8 o'clock, but very quickly increasing as we head towards noon, where wind gusts, especially along and south of the turnpike, will be in the 40 to 45 mile per hour range. And as we get into the 5 o'clock hour, 50 to 55 mile per hour range, mainly along and east of Highway 75. So very windy for today. We may get a little bit of a brief break from those stronger winds as we head into the evening hours in between the very windy day today and the cold front that will be pushing through late this evening into the overnight periods. But once that pushes through, there is a possibility that the Weather Service might issue another wind advisory for tonight into tomorrow. Wind gusts, you can see 35, 40 miles per hour, maybe just below wind advisory criteria, but it will continue to stay breezy as we head into tomorrow as well. Now, with the winds today and the threat that we could have thunderstorms that will come with very little, if any, rainfall at all, which means we might get some dry thunderstorms in the area, that could lead to a very, very, very dangerous day with respect to wildfires developing and really spreading and getting completely out of control. A critical to extreme fire danger threat for most areas elevated in north central Kansas, but just be mindful of that. If you did any burning whatsoever at all this week, even on Monday, please make sure that it is still put out properly, that it doesn't reignite, because it has that potential to reignite even from the wildfires earlier in the week. We may start off with a little bit of sun this morning, but clouds will be in the increase. We might get a brief chance for some pop-up showers and thunderstorms between 11 and 1 o'clock, and then we'll get another round potentially developing around 3 o'clock this afternoon and continuing into early this evening. But again, it's not going to be a lot of rainfall. We might get a little bit of rain by 8 o'clock with some wraparound moisture. This will not be severe. This will not be thunderstorm risk in here. It is just going to be rain, because I think we really lose the instability as we get closer to even 5, 6 o'clock. And then we'll continue with partly to mostly cloudy skies tonight into the day tomorrow. Maybe a few peaks of sun at times. There's some differences in our computer models on how much cloud cover we're going to have on Saturday, but I will tell you that we'll be much, much, much cooler on Saturday compared to what we've been enjoying this work week. Rainfall-wise, it isn't much. Don't expect a lot, basically, from this computer model to our other computer models. Maybe best case scenario, we get 1/10 of an inch. That's best case scenario. It's likely going to just be a couple hundredths of an inch. So I'm not thinking that we're going to get rain. That's why I have flooding at unlikely and absolutely 0% chance. But between 12 and 5, we have the possibility for a few strong to severe storms. Moderate risk out in Missouri, though, in the red there that you can see in areas up in Iowa as well. Obviously, we'll continue to monitor all hazards, but I really think wind is going to be the first and foremost concern. 60 to potentially up to 80 miles per hour possible in some strong storms that do develop. So that is enough. Even though the tornado threat is low, even if we don't have a tornado threat in place, if we do have winds that could be approaching 70 to 80 miles per hour, that can do just as much damage, or maybe damage in a different way, than a tornado. Because remember, all a tornado is winds rotating. We're going to get high winds. It's just straight line winds versus rotating winds for the most part. So be aware of that there could be some damage even with the windy day that we're going to have today. Temperatures today, low to mid 50s, or actually this is tomorrow rather, low to mid 50s, wind gusts around 30 to perhaps up to 35 miles per hour. So that's not bad compared to today, but still a bit on the breezy side. And then finally we get rid of a lot of the wind on Sunday. Still may have a few gusts near 20 miles per hour though, but temperatures in the upper 50s to mid 60s across the area. And as far as the winds are concerned, as I mentioned, 25, 30, maybe 35 miles per hour on Saturday out of the northwest. And then on Sunday, not quite as bad, with winds generally less than 20 miles per hour for most areas, 25 miles per hour possible in north central Kansas, and then the winds do pick back up again between 20 and 30 as we head into Monday and Tuesday. But with the warmer day, and a little bit more wind on Tuesday, by the way, with the warmer day for Monday and Tuesday, that's going to lead to low relative humidity values and really increase that fire danger threat once again. We have another opportunity for rain Wednesday. As far as total rainfall is concerned through the next 8 days, the European model has some areas getting about a half an inch. Again, most of that probably falling on that Wednesday chance, which also could lead to some snow, according to the European model. Let's take a breath here. I am not forecasting this much right now. There's still a lot of uncertainty with it, and compared to the GFS showing very little, if anything at all, for the next 8 days and showing minimal snow, I am not ready to take the Europeans model with that's the forecast. But Weather Prediction Center is indicating between Wednesday morning and Thursday morning, probability of some snow and ice impact up to our north. That could change over the next week. So just something to be mindful of. And here to look at our extended outlooks with probability of equal chances of drier than normal, wetter than normal conditions, precipitation-wise. And just a quick look at our Storm Spotter training classes next week, at least through the first half of the work week. Virtual class on Monday. Find the link on WIBW.com to sign up for that. And then Republic County on Tuesday, that'll be a 6:30 time. Otherwise, 7 o'clock for both Monday and Wednesday, where Wednesday will be in Waterville in Marshall County. So, we'll keep an eye on the severe weather risk this afternoon, but I think it's really just going to be a very dry, windy, and warm day. Much cooler, more seasonal this weekend. And then we'll keep an eye on that possible rain-snow mix on Wednesday before gradually warming back up towards the end of the week, Thursday and Friday. Have a great day.